Sebastian Rogers, and of course his crappy ass mom. There she is, faking it until she makes it. I recognize. I reckon, but I don't know. I don't like the lady.
The last time I saw my son was when he went to bed.
Tonight. Marks 1 year. Sightings or leads.
Won't let me do anything. Hold on.
Kelly Avellino sat down with Roger's mother, Katie Proudfoot, and the search for her son and the ongoing. Public scrutiny surrounding this investigation.
Green tea.
A voice and an exuberant smile that have been missing for a year that Sebastian Rogers has gone without his favorite things.
Cats are the number one. He loves animals, almost all animals.
Animals,
Cats are the major one. And she had to get rid of all of his cats because she wanted Chris. She quit smoking for Chris, right? She was ready to throw her child away like garbage because of Chris, and now her child's missing. And I truly believe it is because of Chris.
Video games, books, and any chance in the pool.
He loves water. He swims like a fish.
Sebastian also missed his birthday.
December 7th. He would have.
She was the only one. Let's not forget. She was the only one. This is one of the things that AI revealed to our channel that I believe was ground. So, he used the past tense correctly. And Chris started using past tense later. Past does actually meet the criteria of what we on this channel believe Chris is. We believe he's narcissistic. I believe he's psychopathic as well. And I just believe these types of things when it comes to his particular makeup. Don't. Pathological liar goes wrong this morning, and there's no way, like, we got like 20 minutes to get through the, you guys should see this. Let me see if I can do this. Hold on a second. Let me see if I can do it from this case, that case, the other case. You guys have some cases you want to research. I don't care. We're just going to kind of just, I got no place. It's freezing cold outside. Okay. and when my bones hurt this bad, I can't sit, I can't lay down in bed.
Was he punished in any way? An argument? Just a normal night?
It was a normal night. It was a calm night.
I don't believe it. I don't believe it. And this would be, I kind of wish that they would, have challenged that, especially at this point. They know what Seth has said. Like, why was his hands shoved in his pocket? Why were they balled up in this pocket if there was no frustration or angst? Why did he look like he wasn't speaking over dinner? Like, why are we not having it's respectful to ask those questions, but why are we not asking those questions just to get a response? You don't have to be nasty or rude, just ask her, well, we heard from his father that, his hands being balled up in his pockets is not a good sign. And it seems like we observed that on the Texas Roadhouse. Do you know why? If there was no frustration, why he would have his hands balled up like that? And let her answer. And then after that, and say, well, we noticed at dinner also, you kind of slid this, tossed this menu at him, and it seems like he didn't want to talk, that there was some type of thing, like it's not them. People are sick and tired of the lies. They're sick and tired of the laziness. They're sick and tired of no shoe leather investigation. Media is now picking up the phones instead of
a.m. until she and Sebastian's stepfather, who says he was away for work at the time, called police.
We need you to search your properties every day.
But an Amber Alert and an extensive week-long search.
But I want to put this in perspective for you guys. His school is 2 minutes away. So for it to take 30 minutes got, a total of 6. Kathy being somewhere?
Sebastian.
But at this point, you don't rule it out.
We're not ruling anything out.
For the next year, any activity involving Sebastian's case would
There's
fuel
me.
droves of online followers and even a restraining order against one YouTuber.
There were quite a bit of people that were, sending some very threatening and
I want to let you know that under oath, Chris and Katie stated that they've never heard from me, that I've never tried to call them, I've never reached out to them, yet they're implying on here that this was me that reached out to them, gave them death threats when I've never done a damn thing supposed to do lawfully. And you know what? I have pushed it and made sure that they're going to have to swallow it. That my job and my business is done lawfully. lawfully and legally, and they tried to intimidate me, and I will be vindicated. And then when I'm vindicated, it's time for you to pay the piper.
A list of questions in anticipation of this story, including asking if there are any new leads, what kind of evidence detectives have vetted, and if investigators still believe there is no indication of foul play. Sheriff Eric Craddock responded in an email saying, "This is an active and ongoing investigation. We continue to work with our state and federal partners. We will continue to seek a resolution in this case."
What do you believe happened to Sebastian?
Unfortunately, over the last year, I have thought every single day, night, every moment of every possibility of something that could happen to him, where he could have gone, if he had gone with someone, if someone took him willingly, unwillingly, if he'd run away and got lost, if he'd...
And she knows all of these options are proven not to be true. Or hold water. Like they've proven that they're
a million different things. And unfortunately, I don't know.
I do. According to me, my opinion, according to AI, which is based upon everything that Chris and Katie has said, we haven't even plugged in the law enforcement stuff yet. And it's painting a very, very big picture that that lady you just saw on your camera most likely took her son out. And then covered up the crime. That's what I believe happened. That's what AI, based on everything it's heard from all the parents and only the parents. They're assuming that that's what happened. So where do they put Sebastian? That is the question we've been asking for almost 2 years. Where did they put him?
But Katie and a private investigator she retained believe this piece of surveillance video taken the night that Sebastian went missing
Unscrupulous
could be a
PI.
lead in the case.
Unscrupulous
12-17,
PI. Unscrupulous
a couple
PI.
100 yards away.
Unscrupulous
There's a
PI.
figure.
The Sumner County
which way would I
Sheriff
need
said
to
the
go? This
video
way?
has no
This way?
relevance to the
Unscrupulous
case, but the
PI.
Proudfoots aren't dismissing it
Unscrupulous
until the
PI.
identity of the person is confirmed by investigators. Unfortunately, any possible break in Sebastian's case.
That was an image that they had already ran down. And found out it was a kid getting his cat ducking down.
He's somewhere.
Sebastian's father, Seth Rogers, has also endured a year without his son.
Sebastian! Son.
Seth brought in a team offering their own reward of $347,000.
Being adequately represented. Sumner County seem to think that this is good policing, and it's not. I have seen the best of policing all over this world. I have traveled this entire country, from one side of this country to the other side of this country, covering true crime cases front and center from the very front lines. And I can tell you, I've seen the very best. Okay. Why are Chris and Katie, military people, doing marijuana or gummies? What else are they doing? I mean, he's a biker. He loves to drink. It's not too far-fetched to think that he does powder, and that might be why he's so volatile. Always up and down, always up and down. And if he's hanging out with the likes of, chlamydia, they're probably doing math. Pretty sick. Just opinion.
We don't know what investigators say about the test, but Katie says they have searched her home
thoroughly, many times. Cadavers, searchers.
What do police tell you at this point? What do they think?
Unfortunately, that they have zero evidence.
Zero.
I don't believe that. And I don't think they're telling them that, because I know Chris and Katie have absolutely been in the hot seat very, very many times, even at the time of this. And for her to keep a straight face, which she's not, she's looking down because she can't even look at the camera to tell a lie. She knows damn well that's a lie. These law enforcement people have been up their ass, even knocking on the door and serving a search warrant for their electronics. And she's acting like, oh, they got nothing. Well, they obviously had something to execute a search warrant a year later. Just saying.
No trace of the boy with a smile that's imprinted on countless hearts, especially, Katie says, on her own.
That is a
I would
joke.
just like to tell my son that I love him. And
That tattoo is a memorial tattoo. We got Sebastian's army on ours. I didn't put a memorial. On my shoulder. I put his army on my shoulder. And his mother goes and gets a memorial for his death. That's pretty sick. With a cross and everything.
and to know that we are never going to stop searching.
They have
So
to
a
start.
lost smile
They
can
still
be
have never
found.
started searching.
Anyone who believes they may have seen Sebastian Rogers should immediately call.
And see, Kelly could have asked him, well, you know, many people in the community don't seem to see you out there in the community. What's so hard about asking? Anyways, guys, we have not hit all of the things that we were going to discuss this beautiful Sunday morning before church. We are now down to the wire. You guys got 20 minutes to go to the restroom, do things, but don't worry. We're going to come back here later this
was the decision by the judge. And again, Chris Proudfoot was in court trying to get a restraining order against Bullhorn Betty.
It's not a frivolous lawsuit. It is a order of protection. It falls outside. It's not asking for damages. It's asking for a party to leave another party alone. Ms. Griffin states that she is an investigative journalist and that she reports on news and commentary. Somewhere along the line, this turned not into a pursuit to find Sebastian Rogers. It turned into a personal vendetta. You know, it's interesting that you came to Sumner County to help assist in finding Sebastian Rogers, but there's been really very little testimony by you of what you've done other than harass Mr. and Ms. Proudfoot and Mr. and Ms. Bowersox as it relates to these matters. When somebody crosses the line, a reasonable person that feels terrorized, frightened, intimidated, and harassed by a pattern of conduct is not investigative journalism. Therefore, based on the facts presented in this case, I do not find the motion to dismiss the civil and the criminal cases under TCA 2017-101 etc. well taken, and therefore they are denied.
Is she allowed to mention them on YouTube and TikTok, right?
You must not come around the person for any purpose or contact this person directly or indirectly. Text message, email, social media of any type. These people are basically not in your world anymore. I can't be any more clear than that.
All right, that about covers it, this video.